The first main event, a one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing from Seattle, Washington, weighing 245 pounds, Greg Valentine. And from Denton, Texas, weighing 248 pounds, Kerry Von Erich. Referee, Sonny Myers.
A lot of people in the wrestling world are keeping an eye on this one. Greg Valentine against Kerry Von Erich. Greg returning to wrestling at the Chase after a long absence, during which period he has established himself as one of the top contenders for the World Heavyweight Championship. Greg Valentine knows, too, that Kerry Von Erich is one of the hottest young talents in wrestling history. He's loaded with potential, with skill. He's like a volcano that is hard to cap, but Greg Valentine, he is tough. And we may find out just how tough against Kerry Von Erich today. Sonny Myers, the referee, another longtime St. Louis favorite as a wrestler, and he's back today in the role of a referee, a job that he has filled with very good skill all over the country. In fact, if you're curious, Sonny Myers was a referee back in 1975 when Terry Funk captured the World Heavyweight Championship, a match in Miami Beach. Nice takedown by Greg Valentine on Kerry Von Erich. Greg with a toe hold. And, of course, Greg Valentine, the son of Johnny. And Greg is filling those big shoes very, very well. You look at his record along the East Coast over the last couple of years. He's beaten just about everybody. And he'd like to do the same right here. A knee drop into the back of Kerry Von Erich by Greg Valentine. Kerry trying to get to his feet. Greg hooking that leg. Leaning into the leg lock on Kerry Von Erich. Sonny Myers gets a count of 1 on the shoulders of Kerry. Kerry lifting that shoulder off. Greg Valentine in position where he could almost turn Kerry over into a half crab. Kerry gets his boot underneath the chin of Greg Valentine and kicks Greg away. Arm drag by Kerry Von Erich on Greg Valentine. Kerry stretches out Valentine's arm. You know, there is some bad feeling between these two from a recent 6-man tag match. The Von Erich brothers were against Greg Valentine, John Valiant, and J.J. Dillon. And right at the start of the match, Greg Valentine caught Kevin Von Erich, Kerry's older brother, from behind with a kick to the knee. And Kevin was having problems with that knee throughout the match, and afterwards the knee really swelled up on him. The Von Erichs all remember that. Kevin was hot at Valentine, so was David, and so was Kerry. That blast to the stomach made Greg try to catch his breath. Drop kick by Kerry Von Erich knocks Valentine to the ropes. And Valentine retreats a bit to regain his composure. A testing process right now between Kerry Von Erich and Greg Valentine, trying to feel each other out to see where the strengths are, where the weaknesses are. Side headlock by Kerry on Greg Valentine. You have to believe that Jack Briscoe, the new Missouri State champion, and Ken Patera, the man who wants to take that title for the second time, are both watching this match very closely too, because whoever is the Missouri champion after Briscoe and Patera settle their differences in a best-of-3 falls match might well have to deal with the winner of this one between Von Erich and Valentine. Von Erich and Valentine. Brings back memories, doesn't it? Oh, Greco-Roman back body drop. A Greco-Roman back body drop by Greg Valentine on Kerry Von Erich. Kerry in trouble early. Greg going for the pin on Kerry. Count of 1, count of 2. And Kerry shoves Valentine off. Valentine has shaken Kerry Von Erich early in the match. He pounds on Kerry with those burly forearms. A forearm smash to the jaw by Greg Valentine. Those are legal blows. Kerry comes off with a forearm of his own. Kerry dumps Valentine. Body drop right into the knee of Greg Valentine, and Valentine cries out in pain. You remember some of the battles that the fathers of these two had? Fritz Von Erich and Johnny Valentine. I can think back about 15, 16 years ago. And those two nearly took each other's heads off. In history, they say, has a way of repeating itself, and here it is, Von Erich versus Valentine. In this case, Kerry Von Erich against Greg Valentine. Greg really primed for this one. He wants to make his mark in St. Louis, and he can certainly do it today. Kerry twisting the leg. Valentine reaches up for the chin. Manages to hook the arm, and Kerry runs into some trouble. Valentine slamming his leg into the chin and jaw of Kerry Von Erich. Kerry's running into some early trouble with Valentine. Valentine pushes him to the corner. pulls that leg up over the top, over the second rope, and then drives his knee into the thigh of Kerry Von Erich. Greg Valentine working with his knee in the thigh of Kerry Von Erich, and Sonny Myers having trouble getting Greg Valentine back. Well, you know there were none tougher than Johnny Valentine, and Greg has earned a reputation for being every bit as tough as Johnny was.
5 minutes have passed, 15 minutes left.
Greg Valentine yanks Kerry Von Erich into the middle of the ring and then drops his full body weight into the thigh. Of course, whenever you think of Valentine, you think of the Brain Buster, the first man to use the elbow successfully, and Greg follows in those footsteps. But Greg is also proficient with the figure 4 leg lock, so keep that in mind. Kerry knows he's in a war. He fights back against Valentine and knocks Valentine to the ropes. A kick to the stomach by Kerry Von Erich. Flying mare by Kerry. To the air. Oh, the elbow drop misses. The elbow drop misses as Greg Valentine rolled away. Valentine grabs Kerry and pitches him right through the ropes and out of the ring, down to the cement floor. Greg Valentine going out of the apron. Myers warns Valentine to come back, but instead Valentine goes out after Kerry. He grabs Kerry by the hair. Look out! If we're still on the air out here, Kerry Von Erich has been viciously slammed into the press table twice by Greg Valentine, and Kerry is hurting outside the ring. Valentine really just slammed him into that table. He crushed one of the glass cups here, and I don't know that Kerry could possibly even be bleeding after hitting that cup. He hit the bell once, and Greg Valentine showing a real killer streak. He grabs Kerry Von Erich, pulls him up to the apron, bends him backward over the rope, and slams that forearm right into the chest of Kerry Von Erich. A vicious assault by Greg Valentine on Kerry Von Erich outside the ring, and now Von Erich trapped along the apron. Sonny Myers knocked down by Greg Valentine. Von Erich knocks Valentine back, and now Kerry Von Erich tears into Greg Valentine. This crowd going berserk. It's Kerry Von Erich ripping into Greg Valentine. The arm whip to the ropes. Oh, Valentine nailed Von Erich with an elbow smash, the Brain Buster right to the head. Von Erich down and stunned. Valentine grabs Von Erich, pitches him out again. Greg Valentine, a man possessed, going back out after Kerry Von Erich. He grabs Von Erich from behind, hoists him to the air. Where is he going? Atomic knee drop. The atomic knee drop by Valentine. He lines him up for the Brain Buster. The Brain Buster outside the ring on Kerry Von Erich. Myers going out to get Myers shoved away again by Greg Valentine. The Brain Buster misses. The Brain Buster misses, and Valentine hit the cement floor. Von Erich pounding on Valentine, battling outside the ring. Myers trying to break it up. Sonny Myers trying to pull the two apart. Here comes the other referee. They're calling for the bell. Valentine and Von Erich in a brawl out. Lee Warren's been hit. We have a riot outside the ring. Warren and Myers trying to pull Valentine and Von Erich apart. Von Erich and Valentine up against the canvas wall. It's a Donnybrook between Kerry Von Erich and Greg Valentine. The referees, Myers grabbing Valentine, dragging him bodily out of the ring. The guard helping to keep Kerry Von Erich and Greg Valentine apart. Sonny Myers, Sonny Myers, you heard it from the referee disqualifying Von Erich and Valentine. Warren trying to keep Von Erich back. And there goes Sonny Myers to make sure they don't get in it again outside the ring. Well, I have to tell you, the building, the studio has been wrecked by Greg Valentine and Kerry Von Erich. Ollie Hofstetter trying to repair the damage. But you heard the verdicts from the referee. Both men have been disqualified. Kerry Von Erich and Greg Valentine. Well, Valentine showed us something. He's tough, and he likes a Donnybrook, but Kerry Von Erich met him head on. We'll be back with more in a moment.